safety. And while it is a fun time to celebrate with friends and family, oftentimes fireworks can be scary for our pets. Joining us now is John Graves, a strategist with Best Friends Animal Society. Thank you, John, for being with us. So for families planning to set off fireworks, or if they live in communities that will display them, and I know because I have a dog at home who's terrified, how should these families prepare for their pets for all this noise?
Yeah, you and me both. I have a dog like that too. She gets very afraid of loud noises, and so she has a history of taking off from us. So we make sure she has her collar and tag on all times, and her information is up to date. If you don't have a collar and tag, you can usually get one from a pet supply store, or you can go with a lighter colored collar and a Sharpie, and you can just write your information on that collar right there directly. Anything to make sure you have an identification to get them back home. Also, you want to make sure you're bringing them inside whenever possible. And if they're extra fearful and you don't have a crate, maybe borrow a crate from a neighbor, or local humane societies often have those to give out. And kind of set up a nice, like, calming space for your dog to retreat to. Looking at calming music as well, like classical music or a TV show, to kind of help keep the pet distracted. Also, extremely important to keep them away from lit fireworks, as they're often attracted to the light. And if you know, you think your pet may have ingested a firework or anything like that, please contact your vet immediately. Another thought right now is, if you are able to foster or adopt, you don't have a dog, or you're looking at possibly another dog, this is a great time, not only because North Carolina remains the third highest killing state in the country, unfortunately, but because shelters are full. And this is also, being in a shelter, no matter how nice it is, can be really scary for a pet at Fourth of July, because now you've got the noises compounded with being in a shelter. And so if you're able to foster or adopt in this time, it's really one of the best times of year you can do it. Also, some shelters actually have a local sit with a pet program on the 4th of July. So look into that as well, if you're looking for a way to spend your evening in a little bit of a different way, to sit with them and read to them and kind of be a calming presence.
Oh, those are great ideas. Now, you did talk a little bit about the risk of pets getting close to the explosives. What about crowds? How do people prepare if they're going to bring their pets? I know at Dix Park here in Raleigh, you're not allowed to bring pets, but if you are allowed to bring a pet to a 4th of July celebration, what would you advise a family to do?
I would mostly advise them not to, if you can help it. But sometimes your pet really wants to be with you. I understand too, or it's your only option. Make sure they are on a well-fitting, harness or collar. Harness is even better. And again, make sure you have identification on those animals. And also, I would have an escape strategy, because even if your pet may have done okay with it in the past, that doesn't mean that this year they aren't going to be a little more afraid. Just like people, pets can change what their preferences are as they get older.
That's right. A lot of stimulus there. All right. Happy 4th to you, John. Thank you for all that great advice with the Best Friends Animal Society. Thank you again for joining us.